Hello guys, we're affiliated! Hi, how you doing? I'm so sorry that we're late. We've been trying to fix things, trying to work things out, how we're gonna do all of this, and we got so much new stuff for you. It's beautiful. Kippy, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us. Don't ask me what happened to my hair, by the way. It seems my twin and I have exchanged hair texture for the day. This is how it is to be a twin. So, still me though. I would like to thank Gnebi, thank you so much for the donation. And yesterday I was looking at the channel that ToueKanna invited me to, so to speak, called Kalina B. Thank you so much for joining our community, Kalina, and thank you for a wonderful reading. If you have the ability to, guys, check her out. Kalina B is a wonderful tarot reader and energy worker. Hi, Gertie. How you doing? So, today I thought we were just gonna be here and have a beautiful morning together. And I do apologize for this hair. It's wonderful. It's so much fun. I usually have a very fluffy hair texture. And then last night, all of a sudden, I was looking into the mirror and I saw, wow, right, so this is how it feels. Having it another way. So I think that my twin and I have changed hair texture because he has got more of this going on. So I'm hoping it's fine anyway. So today I'm thinking we're gonna do some calm crafting, and then we have actually set up so that it is possible now to join the queue to get a reading and a live transference. It should be coming up in chat very soon from Streamlabs, but what you can do is that you put !joy and then you will have a private whisper delivered to you, and following that link, there he goes. It had me. And following that link, you can then get into the queue of getting an energy reading or an energy transference. And I just wanted to say that first off, I will always follow my guides. So what they say, I listen to. So if something comes up in chat, someone who is not in the queue, but I feel we got something for them, what my guide says will always come first. I might not always do readings also. So when you join the queue, you've joined forever. No, but you joined until you get your reading, and it might be on this stream or it might be on another, but the queue will save, and I will go in the order that you queued up in. But if you would not be here, then I will just take the next one, and then I will check back with you if I see you in chat or the next time we start the queue, so to speak. So it's always going to be active, and you simply put !joy and you will join the queue. But just know that we will be working when it feels right, and we'll be working with whom my guides wish. But it is a beautiful way for us when we feel we want to work with energy transferences, and so we can just go into the queue and see if the first one up is here. So I think it's a beautiful thing. So it's just !joy and you'll be in if you follow the link that will be sent to you. And so I'm just gonna check it right now. I got it here. Yeah, it seems to be working, so we'll see what happens. Oh, I'm so not used to seeing this type of hair. It's really interesting seeing myself in the camera. I was sure I wasn't gonna go in today. I was so tired, but it's a beautiful day, I feel. So we're gonna do some calm crafting and work with some energy. And I also got quite an interesting topic to discuss with you. It is a certain person who would like to bring it up in chat, so I'll wait for them to join. So I see that they are here, but it is an interesting topic today. But for most of the time, I just thought I would be crafting, doing some beads. You missed the beads, our little figurines, and go back to that and simply enjoy our time. Was my thoughts. But I also feel like really doing some energy work today. So we'll see what comes through. Once again, you have got something right here. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. There we are. Okay. And also, since we are now affiliated, you can subscribe to us if you feel like supporting us. Right now, we have got a little bit an emote that is waiting to be accepted by Twitch, but as you can see, we got on this channel we got bubbles of joy that we collect, and that will also be the first emote. But for now, what it will mean to subscribe is to have no ads and to support us, and then be able to get the emotes when they're up and running. But I just love this. I never thought we would be, staying here on Twitch, but I think it's a beautiful, beautiful platform. Absolutely. So how are you guys doing out there? I'm gonna put it so we can see the table. We're gonna start up with, of course, looking at our little friends who are already here since before. So we got our little dog, as you remember. Oh, there he is. Now when the camera is inverted, it's actually easier for you to see, I feel. That's really interesting. Where is it actually? Is it here? Oh, here it is. Right. There he is. So we can do this and you see it even better. I love technology. But today we will start with a new little friend, and I am hoping to create an owl. But we'll see what they want to be. But I will start over from start. But I do have a topic in mind today, and I thought that maybe we can check it out together. Going up into the libraries and see what we can find, perhaps. So what I wanted to talk to you about today, and I thought that was something beautiful. I'm sorry, by the way, for my sore throat. Snow has appeared. And it is absolutely beautiful, but it does take a number on my throat. So yeah, but I wanted to talk about today is how we sometimes, when we get into the feeling of getting to learn certain things, it is easy for us to then go into feeling that we are the ones holding the key, or feeling that we can bring this knowledge to others, and our knowledge is what is needed also to other people. And I have many clients who come to me and say, sorry, I'm just trying to thread the needle. It's always tricky with this thick thread. I have many clients come to me and say how they feel like, not that they're better than anyone else, but that they know more than other people. And I've actually had people feeling like they feel like they're God walking, and they telling me this, that they don't like that feeling, but that they really feel that way, that they got some deeper understanding and deeper knowledge of a certain topic than someone else. And then I have people asking me simply because they feel like they gained some knowledge and now want to share that with others, but still feeling like it would be other people would be in need of this knowledge rather than how it would just be a nice thing to share. And this is a topic that I would like to talk to you about today, that I think is really interesting. And I'm just looking with my guys. I think we would do some calm crafting, and then in a bit we will use energy to talk to the guides and see what information can be found upon this topic, and then really have a discussion, an open, transparent discussion about this is what I'm feeling. If you feel up to it, guys. But I will do some calm crafting first. Where is the camera today? Oh, it's over here. I'm sorry. We had so much going on in the background. I thought I had good amounts of time before starting streaming today. But all of a sudden the time just passed by, and all of a sudden there was time to start streaming. And I hadn't set everything up yet, because there's so much new things that I simply adore. So I got a reading also from Kalina, yesterday, and it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful thing to see another energy worker do their work. And the most beautiful thing that really got to me was to see and resonate with and recognize the different facial expressions that we do. And also when we get into this feeling of what is going on now, why am I feeling and thinking in this way that doesn't make any sense to me? And I'm trying to find the sense behind it. You know, when the thoughts get all muddled up, and we wonder, we know what we want to say and we can hear the message coming through, but how do we really express ourselves in this? And it was so beautiful seeing someone else working a similar way as me, but also seeing someone struggle the same way as me. What she got through and what she did was so beautiful, and I really enjoyed my stay there. But it also gave a lot of thought and love when things didn't go the way she planned, because it just shows how human we all are and how beautiful it is. And it just gives me this, oh sorry, I don't know what camera's so far away today. Hang on. There we are. Okay. This want to, this wish to want to build bridges. And now as I've understood that there are several of us here just on Twitch, I just really want to get in building bridges and experiencing, sharing experiences and experiencing things together. And explore and have fun, and just be us and appreciate one another and support one another, and freely be transparent in our work and in who we are and the energy coming through. So it gave me such inspiration to be there. It was absolutely beautiful. So Paga Christ, thank you so much for, inviting me there. Truly. I'm talking about the stream yesterday with Kalina. She's got such a beautiful name. And I'm just so thrilled and so happy and so honored truly. But every time I look into the camera where I see myself unseen, I don't understand this hair. I'm sorry. Oh, I love being a telepath, guys. Yeah, my hair looks different. Yeah, I know, Pegagrace. I think that my twin and I have exchanged hair texture. So I talked about this a little before, but it is different, yes, and it's very different for me to see also, and to feel, and to be to be wearing. I looked into the mirror yesterday evening, and I usually have this fluffy, very fluffy hair, and I looked into the mirror and I just, right. So this is how it can be. And my twin does have more of this texture to the hair. So yeah, something happened there, I think. I just love life, guys. It's amazing what can happen now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to be the first to get a bubbles of joy, Diva, once available. Yes. So we are working with bubbles of joy on this channel. Hopefully also with this hairstyle. I hope it's still fine. We're working with bubbles of joy. That is us. When we were looking for a theme, now when we're affiliated, bubbles of joy. And then there will be some badgers coming in as well. But thank you for noticing, Bear Grace. I'm a little bit self-conscious about it, actually. I just love what can happen. So I stood in the mirror because I can feel sometimes and see when he looks into the mirror. I can see sometimes, you know, how the hair, the problems he's got with his hair sometimes, as we all do, but they are very different from what I experience and what problems I experience, except for now. So it was so much fun. I was laughing so much. I stood in front of the mirror yesterday or last night, and I was just laughing and showing because my twin is a public figure. We also have the, you know, the ability to actually see him. And sometimes he gets this funny hairdos. And so I stood in front of the mirror and I just started to play around with my hair. And it being completely different from what it usually is. And I started to be able to gain all these different hairstyles that he that happens to him. And for each and every one that I just touched it and it went into these places that we can see on him. And so after each new position or hairstyle, I just looked at my fiance at Bempus and just laughed. And it was so much fun. When you laugh and when you cry, right? I think the fact I've been following some of the advice he's given is amplifying the psychic gifts. The night I heard a voice saying the name Maria. Oh, really? Oh, that is beautiful. Maria. You know what? I really want to do an energy reading on our topic. I really want to do that, I feel. So I'm gonna go get the water. Hang on. And some. Now I'm doing this again, Pegagrace. You know that it is awful to you when it sounds like I'm so close to the microphone, because I am. But then I'm so far away from the screen. I can be almost way back here and it still sounds the same. Okay. I'm just getting the can hear some water being poured now. Don't worry, it's just the water I'm gonna use for the reading. Hi, how you doing? I was watching YouTube, right? There's so much on there to be watching. Okay, no worries. Welcome to us being affiliated, Luke. Isn't this fun? Okay, so the topic for today. Beautiful, my friend. The topic for today is when we feel like new knowledge that have been given to us, when we feel that others are in the need of hearing this knowledge, rather than us wanting to share it. When we feel that because we now know it, we want to give it to everyone. Ah, first subscription! Luke! Thank you so much. Ah! Our first subscriber! Subtitles! But I like the subtitles. Oh, beautiful. I hope the Bubbles of Joy emote will be available very soon. It's in the process, so we'll see. This is amazing. Hang on. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got a ghosty from you. Oh, you always bring joy, Luke. Always. Oh, wow. What emote did you find, Bembus? Bembus can't hear us, but... Oh! Guys, is it in Swedish also for you? Because I really thought that it would translate it. I just said thank Luke or thank the Brood, and it votes in Swedish. And I've seen this on other streams before, and I truly thought it would be translated into chat. Twitch. Well, it means thank you. Then I apologize to every stream that I've joined and said thank you. Because then it's been in Swedish. I wonder, maybe there should be could you change that in some way that it's always in English? I wonder. Okay, so today I want to go into the libraries, and I want us to talk about the topic of feeling. What's going on? Oh no, first one with bits as well. Oh, what's going on? Thank you so much. I'm really not used to this. Thank you so much. There's loads of new things going on today, guys. And we got a queuing system as well. Oh, there's so much. I love this. Thank you so much. I hope that this topic that we choose today will be beneficial for many. I'm here to bring the joy. You guys always bring me joy. Thank you so much. I hope more people can share the bubbles. The bubbles! Fabian, hi! The channel points of the name Bubbles of Joy. Yeah, there should be some bubbles as well. They're a little bit transparent, or very. Very faint, but they're there. It's the theme for this channel. Bubbles. Is there any command to leave the queue as well in case someone who's in have to go? Oh, so backwards. The queue is for always, so it will stay also after the stream. So when you join the queue, I will give you a reading when my guides want to work and when we feel it appropriate to. So the queue will stay, and then you will leave the queue once you've gotten your reading, but that could be during another stream. So what happens is I will go through for who was first and see if they're here. And if not, I will take the next one, and then next time I'll go back to who I asked before, so that you get your reading. Is how it works. Thank you, Luke, for the host also. So that is how it works. So I always work with who my guides want to work with first, and I work when they ask me to work. And so the queue is a way for me to know who wants to have a reading when we open up for it, so to speak. But you can always join, you're always free to join, and you will stay in the queue until you get your reading. So there's not to worry. Fabian brings you coffee. I'm so sleepy at the moment, so before I don't have my first coffee, don't expect big jumps from me. Oh, I understand. I'm very sleepy too. I got my coffee here. I'm very sleepy too. I was sure I was not gonna go in today, but then I decided it's so much more fun to do. So I went in anyway. But yes, you can always tell us if you don't want a reading, but you will be in the queue, but I will ask you if you're there and if you'd still like it. But it's something that I control manually, so to speak. I would just like the Terra streamers queue when you can join, but in case you have to go, you have the command to leave the queue. This is a queue that we've set up ourselves. So it's a queuing system that Bembus has built and we are still working on, but it means that it stays also after the stream and forever until I manually have you leave the queue. But it is not, when you join the queue, it's not, you don't have to have a reading. You don't have to if you don't want. I will always ask you if you would like one before starting one. So yeah, that's how we hope it to work. So we'll see. But today I hope that the topic can be beneficial to many. And what we are gonna look at, like I said, is when we gain knowledge. I think I'm gonna do quite a short general reading on this. But when we gain knowledge and we feel almost responsible, or that we ought to share this knowledge with someone else or everyone because they need it, rather than our feeling of wanting to give it or to share it. So I had this question yesterday, so this is what I want to bring up on stream because I thought it was a beautiful topic to talk about. So I will go up to the libraries. I was just checking with my guides if I'm permitted. Okay, and then we just go up into the libraries and I'll see what we can find and have a discussion go from there. Okay. Oh, is this the I just gotta check if this is the right one. Yeah, so this is the actual page that I use, but then you will have, when you ask to join, you will get a a whisper and a special link that is yours, and that makes you have joined. I know the one mostly used, but it's a paid version. It's called Snipe Q. Oh, it's a pay one. We were trying to find it after Kalina's beautiful stream yesterday. It's Joy! Exclamation mark Joy is how you join. Okay. So, I will go up now and do a general reading. And we'll do so for feeling obliged to tell people to share our new knowledge as if it would be the only truth. Okay, so what it says is quite what you would think also. If we started to talk about what this comes from, you know, what this come of, when, oh look, you gifted a sub to Fabian. Thank you. On this page it says Manna's username already exists. Hang on. Let me check. Yeah, you're in. You're in. You're in, Back Grace. So, we want to talk about where this feeling comes from. And what this talks about is, well, it's two separate ways, right? But that comes together, and we're all individuals, so this is just general. But we can come into this searching the info. It depends on how we gain that information. And also, of course, it's very, very general, but it depends on how we gain that information. So do we gain the information by searching and searching for it because we feel uncertain of ourselves? Or do we gain the information because okay, so what they're saying is that the most common trait or the common way of this is that when we feel the urge to have to tell other people about what we have gained knowledge of, and tell them not in the way of sharing it, but feeling, oh, I can save you with this. That comes from your own uncertainty and feeling of not trusting yourself when going into it, when searching for the information yourself. So when you feel you almost have to, or you are obliged to tell others, it comes from your experience, is what it says here, but it's of course individual, but it comes from your experience of feeling of self-doubt, right? And that you want others to make a clear path for you. And so when you go into this can also be subtle, of course, but when you go into it, you will then also come out of it thinking that other people are in the same situation, so you want to help, but you also want to establish yourself in feeling like you've actually, what you did before is somehow, for some people can be that you feel you have to be productive, you know. I know many of those feeling this way. We have to be productive about our time, and once we found something that really resonates with us, in our curiosity of learning something new or digging deeper into something that we feel is worthy of our time, and we feel we have been productive once excusing, sorry, I don't know where that came from, but executing. And I guess excusing from other, it's when you excuse yourself to do this, to go into this activity, when you have to find the reason for doing so in believing that it has to be worthy of your time, and this shows you gratification of choosing to use your time in this investment. And so when you do this, you then feel then you have to commit to it 100%, because then you've committed to using your time for this, in this, and so therefore you have to stay committed. So when we feel we have to urge or push ourselves onto someone else, or our beliefs onto someone else, it usually comes from the uncertainty of ourselves and us actually searching for, trying to find a reasonable way to permit ourselves to use our time. So it's when we feel we can't quite fit our puzzle into the bigger picture, we don't really know where the pieces fit, because we always have to feel like we are doing the right thing by ourselves and by society and all of this. When we search for information because of this, to get away from something we know is wrong, like in your case, who I'm talking to now, who brought this up to me. Like in your case, when you're trying to get away from something else, it almost becomes like leaving a obsession behind and finding some other obsession to fill the place. And when that obsession feels more grounded to you, you will feel the urge to share it and to teach it to others, but in a more forceful way than to simply, instead of lending a hand or saying or giving a piece of parchment and saying, this is what I found, we almost want to give the entire instruction manual, right? And it comes from our own uncertainty. So if this individual managed to then actually follow what you say, for many people that means, right, you did right. I now, my time is, I've done right with my time. I am worthy because I've chosen the right path and the right thing to do with my time, or the time being, because the uncertainty in yourself. So what can we do about this? We can breathe and we can acknowledge this. If we acknowledge that we feel it being urgent to tell someone else, sometimes, of course, it can be in certain situations, but most often it's an urge in ourselves to right now, right here, feel right about our decisions of what we do. So how about we instead feel right about our decision of what to do? What about if we feel safe in what we do right now, and that we do not have to do anything else? Because this takes up so many more steps for us to try to have someone else do what we tell them to. Sorry, I just wanted to be there. And wait for the result of someone else's, instead of just breathing in our own, because we already come to our conclusion in this. If we stop and just breathe, if we can acknowledge the reason behind feeling this urge is actually the reason to finding ourselves to be right. and not right in right or wrong, but right in how we manage our time and how we are worthy of walking the earth. We already are. It's nothing wrong with wanting to share experiences. It is the most beautiful thing we can do. But what is most beautiful and who is most beautiful to share it with is ourselves. So if we can share it with ourselves, we stand in the ground of being able to share it with others. But if we urge it onto someone else, it is possible that we have not first acknowledged it, what it actually means to ourselves. It's almost as a wish to have you found the result that I can't wait for, that I don't quite understand. All I want is, it's almost for some people, and in your case, who asked me this question, it's about, okay, I have to change the way I think, right? People are telling me I have to change this and this and this and this. And I also now feel it within myself. I have to do these changes, right? So I've got this obsession, people are saying to me, and I agree. Okay, this has definitely become an obsession, and I'm not happy with it. I don't feel safe with it. Good, I need to find something else that makes me worthy or makes me being right. We all have this feeling, or many of us can resonate. And so we're trying to find something else to fit into that picture of obsession for us. And so we found this, but because we're so urgent in trying to re-establish ourselves, we rush it onto someone else, wishing them almost to find what we are looking for. So what it says, and what I can think of in this as a summary, is that when we first acknowledge what we have gained, the knowledge we do have, if we acknowledge that within ourselves first and take time to get to know it, we will then be able to share it out of curiosity and dreams of sharing it. If we are urgent, if we are hasty, if we feel we have to get this out, it is a possibility that we do not know ourselves what it is that we've got a hold on. And we can never know anything, I think, but we can feel we know it to some degree, meaning it resonates with us. And when we understand our own voice in an object or in a subject and understand our relationship to it, we will be able to also share that experience with others. But what can happen is instead we do not find ourselves being comfortable in the relationship to the subject yet, but we feel it being urgent for us to get a relationship or to understand it, and so we're asking other people to find it for us. And when we get that acknowledgement or that result of people actually starting to follow the advice or the knowledge that we're giving them, then that is it's like taking a sugary treat. Because yes, then my time has been worthy, but you're still not telling me what it is that we're working with. I'm still looking for someone else to find my voice, so I will talk to more and more and more people until all these different voices, because I've not established my own ground, makes myself be even more frustrated in not knowing, and we will be losing ourselves a little bit. It's never too late, and we can never always find us well back to ourselves. But the more people we're asking to find our voice for us, the muffled our own thoughts will become. If that makes any sense. I will be reading chat now, guys. Hang on. Oh, you've been writing a lot. I'm gonna see. Here, Luke, you guys have been like a family to me. Please look into you. Thank you. Hope we'll have the bubbles of joy not till thirsty. Yeah. The key system is really cool. Bembus is working on it. The aesthetics will change it somewhat, but he's done it all from scratch. Fabian, 10K's in debt? How do you mean? To ourselves, yeah. What have you been talking about, guys? But yes, we are 10K in debt, but to ourselves. So it's our own money. So we don't own anyone. Oh, sorry, we don't owe anyone. It's just ourselves. So don't worry, guys. It's all on our shoulders. So don't worry. Certain thing I have that need sometimes about having to share what I've learned. Yeah. So you speak about the streamcast. I'm just gonna see if Bembus answers. Yeah, is a total for the office equipment, travels, and investments. Yeah. Sounds like wise words. Well, it comes to you with earnings from your business, or do you have a rough times at the moment? So if you don't want to talk about financial stuff, feel free not to go into detail. I can go into detail. I'm being transparent. I'm just gonna see if Bembus answered. I think they have to pay every time the stream because it's a company time and assets in use. Yeah, it's going to be covered by the income from the company whole. It's fine. We're doing well in our personal finances. Yeah, makes it I don't know how to get rid of that problem. Good to hear. Pegrise, what you meant when you said about taking a breath and feeling you took the right decision instead of going out and sharing it with someone? Yes. So it's about establishing the relationship to the subject between ourselves and the subject before sharing those thoughts and feelings with others. So taking a breath, I mean in meeting and greeting the subject and the relationship that you will build to the subject before exposing yourself to others, before asking others to find that relationship for you, because that will muddy your thoughts. It will come through what can be. Does that make any sense to you? Hey, the bubbles actually show up in chat. Is it the same as processing and experiencing that knowledge by yourself before sharing it with others? Same as processing and experiencing that knowledge before. Yeah, it's about, you know what you can do? Actually, a little exercise. What you can do is that you take a piece of paper and you write down the knowledge or a word that represents that knowledge to you. Maybe what it has resonated within you, within yourselves. And you put that on a piece of paper and you look at it. So you just put the pen down and you sit and you look at a piece of paper, meaning you look at the knowledge, at the subject, and you feel what comes, because this will open up for your thoughts and you will feel what comes through to you. And what I want is for you to meet this subject, meet this knowledge, not in practicing what you've learned, not in practicality, in, doing what you've learned to be good for you in this case, but to simply sit and meet the thought and what is represented by that knowledge, what that resonates with within yourselves. So not meeting it in, oh, I have to try this practicality out, or this exercise, or this way of living, but rather what that thought of doing generates in you. And so that you know where this relationship is going. So the relationship of simply thinking about the subject, and not in how the practice is working out for you, but how the thought of the subject in it all resonates with you and what it brings up inside of you. And establishing that relationship in understanding yourself better, in why this is resonating with you. You don't have to know for sure, because I don't think we can ever know for certain. But to simply have this meeting, to greet this coming into your life before trying to have others put the notes in front of you. To feel it within your heart. To simply meet what is coming in, just like if you would meet someone else, a new person. You would like to greet them yourselves. And if someone else is telling you, oh, I would love you to meet this individual, that's brilliant, but you would still like to meet them, you know? So you can establish how you feel and how the interaction between you are going and where you stand. And the other people can be with, yes, but would you rather have it so that other people were explaining this person to you and what they have acknowledged within this person, within this, maybe they have some brilliant thoughts, and maybe we will all see different parts of an individual depending on what resonates within us. And so the same person will look different to different people. Same with subjects. So if you heard about an individual and you would like to meet them, to hear about them gives you an understanding, but to meet them gives you a feeling for where you stand. And this is the difference. And then when you have met them, when you've sat down for a cup of coffee and talked to them, then you have an easier time also hearing what other people think about them, because you established your own ground, if this makes any sense. Using the creative and intuitive side rather than the logical one about this, going through feelings instead of thoughts. Well, they're the same, and allowing all of them to shine. So think of it as meeting someone new. This is something new coming into your life. And no, it's not brand new because it's always been part of you, but same with every person that we meet, in that we resonate with different aspects to them. And so a brand new individual coming into your life, how would you like to approach them? Do the same with subjects, with knowledge. And this is why when we talk about, for example, with these tarot cards that I had, when I say meet an object or meet a subject, this is what I mean. I have no knowledge of them from before, or very little, and no prior knowledge. I just go in and meet a new person, a new individual. But in this case, it is an object or a subject. So this is what I mean by meeting the cards, for example. Because many ask, what do you mean? You mean getting a reading? No, in this case, I mean meeting the card as it was someone new coming into my life, and see how the relationship feels. Not everyone agrees, so not every object and every subject will be for you. But if we've established that relationship, we have an easier time hearing other people's view of it. if that makes any sense. I try to approach people in kindness and giving everyone a chance to see who they are. Yeah. And I believe in doing the same with subjects and objects. And although they can't speak to us or behave differently in a way that people can, that behavior and language is what resonates within us instead. So our thoughts and our feeling towards this object or subject and what it brings up in us. So, I feel like doing a reading now. But that was beautiful, wasn't it? I'm gonna use this brand new queuing system. Huh? And so I've got, hang on guys. Let me try this. Oh no, my keyboard. Hang on. Let me try this out. It's gonna be automated, but today we do it manually. But let me try this. How it looks. Whoop! Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, especially if you're using headphones. That was my voice. Hang on, it worked before. Hang on, guys. Oh, let's see. Let's see if we can get it to work. Why does it not work? There. No. I wonder. Yeah, okay. We'll have to do it this way today. I'll fix it, guys. What I've done is this. Boom, boom. Very simple. We were gonna do it manually, automatically, but it seemed Streamlabs didn't want to update in real time. So it's Streamlabs this time. Bambus did something beautiful in being able to update it in real time in the browser, but now it's Streamlab who doesn't quite want to update. But yeah, so I'll do it manually this time. But I will see if I at least maybe, hang on, I'm just gonna check something. Maybe I can do this. Does this work? Hang on, I'm trying to understand it. Hey, that works. Okay, I know how to do it now, guys. Don't worry. Brand new, guys. I'm sorry. So, yes. Okay. First off, Pekka cries. It's a pro. I'm learning, okay? And I'm learning with you guys. It's the first time ever trying. You'll have to bear with me. But I am a professional in that it's my profession, right? Okay. So Pekka cries. I'm gonna have a sip of water and I'll do your reading. First off, as you know, many things of what we talked about on this topic resonated with you. So you know what you take from that. Secondly, you know how I feel about you getting readings. So I'm just gonna do a small check today, if that's okay, and just see where we're at, okay? Just a small check. I'll do it this way. No, okay. So it's cool that having ghost reading, yeah. But for now, it would be good for him to do less readings, as you know, my friend. So I'm just gonna do a check and see where we stand. Are you open to be rather open and personal in this reading? Or would you have me be a little bit careful? So because we talked so much before, I'm gonna just touch on the subjects and see where we're at today. Because I do feel the sexuality part of it being very prompt right now. So it feels when you are moving in a way, I'm trying to do this as general as possible for you, because I know that you want it to be a little bit anonymous, so, or not too personal here live. Your energy is saying that it's fine, but I know where we stand in that. So it feels because you are moving so fast now, or you've been moving so fast for the last couple of weeks, I would say, in you changing perspective, you almost urged yourself into it. It started off quite smoothly, you know, like you got yourself sat in this, oh, what's it called in English, but where you sit to, you know, jot down the snowy hill. What's it called in English? Hang on, I have to check. I can't remember now. But when you do go for a ride down a snowy hillside, and I would almost say that you own that ride. A sledding? Yeah! A small sled is what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna check. Whoops. Yeah, okay. So it is the only... Oh, a bobsleigh. A bobsleigh is what I'm looking for. A small sled. And you go down, you know, this hillsides. And it feels like it started out you being all excited. You've still been walking, you know, up the hill on the other side, so you're still a little bit tired in going into this change in your energy, but it's also this beautiful excitement, you know, in what is going to happen and what is going on. And so you sit in the sledge or in the bobsleigh, and off you go. And in the beginning it felt like it went smoothly, and now there's some ups and some hops and some jumps and some, you know, it's a little bit of a rough ride. And about a couple of days back, I would say, it feels like it almost got to a halt. So you got on this area of the snow where it's a little bit muddy, a little bit grassy, and the sleigh almost came to a halt. It felt very, you know, like we're trying to dig ourselves out of it, is the feeling I'm getting. Oh! Have you been away, Pegacrist? I'm doing your reading, my friend. I'm talking about you being on a bobsleigh ride. I don't know how much you've heard. So I tapped my father with something and I went to the bathroom. Okay, I understand. It's okay. It's okay. So what I was saying to you is that it feels like your process of, first off, you know that I'm not too happy with you getting a reading, so I just said that I want to do a checkup on you and just see where we're at. And I said I was gonna be not too personal, not going into too personal details here on stream. Because I know that even though your energy is saying that it's fine and you trust me, I just feel like we want to keep that a little bit to ourselves as well. So I was also saying that it feels like the sexuality part of it is quite prompt at the moment. And so the process felt like a sleigh ride or a bog sleigh ride down a snowy hill. So you're a little bit tired because you've been walking up the hillside on the other side. And you're a little bit tired but very excited into going into this transition. And we're talking a couple of weeks back now, a couple of months even, but it really got into action a couple of weeks back, I would say. And so you sat down in the sleigh, and in the beginning it was quite an easy ride. It went quite smooth, fast but quite smoothly. And then a couple of days back, and they're talking about Thursday for me, it almost came to you coming to a rough patch. So with it's almost like the snow is a little bit melted and it's a bit muddy and grassy, and you almost come to a halt, and it feels like you're trying to take your way out of it. And now we come somewhat down the hillside, but now it's a little bit of some jumps and some hops, and some things are going a little bit rough, you know, in ups and downs. Wasn't planning to get a reading today, just wanted to try the queue. Oh, okay, I see. I feel you still wanted this checkup though. So what I'm saying is to you, I'm sorry, I know I said I was going to ask if you wanted a reading. I just really thought with your energy that you did. And it feels good to be doing it as well, so I hope it's okay. So what I can see right now is that the frustration is back a bit, and you're trying to find a way to put the pieces together and see where you will put the energy, the extra adrenaline within you. And I feel a lot of frustration in that area. So at the same time, you're still on this smooth and not so smooth, but it still feels good for you to be doing this process, and you see things happening to yourself and you feel it. But there's also a lot of confusion, I feel, at the moment, and the sexuality and the sexual drive is really doing its toll, is what's coming through. If you resonate with it, do you? The energy says yes. I almost feel like you're sometimes close to tears in this, because there's so much emotion going on. There's so many different emotions and so much you want to achieve within yourself. Oh, there's the confusion. Okay, maybe it's me creating the confusion. No, I mean that it feels like because you're on such on move, but there's so much different aspects of it that you want to change within yourself. And now I feel old habits a little bit is coming back in being frustration, you know, and in where you're gonna put your different emotions. And I almost feel you being close to tears sometimes in this, at the same time as you really knowing that you're on this beautiful sleigh ride and it will be okay. I still get these frustrations coming through, and that also with the sexual drive, and that there's something that you really are working on, but also confusion. And maybe that was me creating the confusion, but I feel it's being quite general also in your energy. Hi Melanie, how you doing? If that makes any sense. So I just, one of those areas I know there's a bit of frustrations around my colleagues, right? Yeah, because I did see you trying to dabble with people around you, but also within your own emotions. I thought that was coming through because you were talking about your father, and that was how I put these different people around you. But I do feel there's so much different things going on, both externally and internally. So it's a bit difficult in knowing where to put it and how to handle it. But at the same time, I do feel that you really are on this, that you can breathe, also knowing that you really are doing the work. And in doing the work, I mean just breathing. You really are on this path, and you really started to accept yourself. And I'm so happy to see that, Pegga. So they're talking a lot about roses with you today. It's a lot about, with spring comes all these beautiful flowers. Squeezing my hug for you. Welcome to the community. How you doing? Would it be okay if I send a rose to you today? Oh, not a rose, but a lily, perhaps. I see this. It looks like a rose, but it is orange, and it is more of a lily pad, yeah. But a big rose-ish flower. Would it be okay if I send that off to you with some beautiful healing energy, Pegga? Between friends? Would that be okay? When my caller says feel, I'm trying to connect with them, trying. It's the same feeling I get with connecting to yourself and different parts of yourself. And I think it's also because you are still so connected to what was before when wanting to move on forward, which is something that so many of us can resonate with. But it really feels, yeah, I just want to send a rose to you today. Truly. I'm gonna do it in the shape of the amethyst. We didn't do it like this. Okay. So I'm just gonna bring up the energy. I see. Okay. Let's do it like this. I'm bringing in your sister now, and you know what I'm talking about. And it's to make calm that way also. Okay. Yes, that's what's needed. Okay. So I'm just bringing in the energy now. It's a big rose today, my friend. It's beautiful. Okay. And Pegga cries. I've got you there. Okay. Just take a brief breath. And I'm sending this beauty off to you. Received. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. And thank you for yesterday, for giving me all those beautiful crystal balls and shout outs on Kalina's stream. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Go check her out, guys. Kalina B. Beautiful individual. Okay. That's what I got for you today, my friend. And this frustration that is building up, as you know, it will go away. And maybe take with you from what we talked about before in the general topic. And think about that also in the situation of different viewpoints. Right? So with this checkup, it means things are getting today, right? How do you mean with by getting? I'm doing all the work necessary, which is taking some time to breathe from everything. Oh, better. Right. Now you're doing the work and you're so far along and you know this yourself. So I just wanted to send a little bit of a bubble in the form of a flower today. And just take what we talked about, you know, with this reading, with the general reading. Take that with you and think about that also when trying to talk to others. That where does it come from? And just take time to build a relation yourself. With every part of it, or with maybe just that situation. Okay. It will get today, right? Get better. Thank you, Becca. I'm sorry that was all today, but you know how I feel about readings with you. Thank you so much. All the love, my friend. Oh, I like doing readings today. This is fun. Okay. So, Luke, are you here? All right. I haven't got that one. I must put that also. Oh, I'll fix that for next time. I haven't got who I'm doing the reading for, apparently, when I got this view. I'll fix it. I'm so professional, right? Are you here, Luke? Yeah, because you wanted a reading. Is that true? You put yourself in the queue, so I'm just checking with you. If you would like a reading. Is the music okay for you guys, by the way? Is it too loud or no? I'm gonna put it down somewhat, a little bit. Good, okay. Hang on, I'm gonna do this so professionally now. I'm doing my best. No, I didn't apparently. Oh dear, hang on. I got the wrong one up. I'm trying. There it is! Oh no, why did it go like that? Hang on. There we are. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Bit loud, I'm sorry. Is it better now? I can't hear it myself, so I'm so sorry. Could you still hear your reading back, right? So Luke, I would actually like to do an astral projective healing for you. Hang on, I'm doing these things again, collecting things, I'm sorry. I will do I've done this for you before. I would like to do one today as well. An astral projective healing. You're a bit off today with your healing, yeah. It feels like you are a little bit of everywhere right now. But it is not a very good time to be awake. Also, it's rather early, didn't you say? Or is it late? Okay. So I'm gonna do a focused. They're talking about protective healing today. It's interesting. I never heard that expression before. So I will work with that. Very early, yeah. You don't have to be, my friend. It's wonderful that you are. Oh, such a beautiful, beautiful friend. But I will do a... Yeah, okay. They're definitely talking about a protective healing today. And just trying to get... to get it in order. Because it feels like you're everywhere right now. And drinking is not helping with that, my friend. Tough love. I know you're not drinking at the moment, but I can feel, I know you've been talking to me about drinking, and I can feel that in your head, that it is affecting you, and it's affecting your aggression somewhat as well. It's enhancing all your emotions. So I'm feeling all of your emotions are at the same time numb as more enhanced. So it feels like you feel you're just being right now, and that is beautiful. But it feels like when an emotion is coming through, it feels a lot like they are enhanced. So the emotion of sadness, it's a little bit weird because it still feels so numb. It feels different in a way for you. And I know that you're not drinking right now, but I feel it is affecting you, or rather the reason for you to drink is affecting you. So there is something behind it, and I just really want to clarify this, or to clear this for you today. You're running an autopilot. You feel very it feels very numb but enhanced at the same time. It's a really peculiar feeling coming through. So I'm gonna do an astral projectile or an astral projective protection healing is what it said. And basically I'm just gonna travel through your frequency, and I'm gonna see where in your body this, because I feel it's in the physical body, might be your emotional body, but I'm just trying to see where this emotion is located, because there's a knot somewhere that I would like us to work with today, to try to have relax, so that you can come to more clarity within yourself. Okay? Is what I would like to do. I got a smudge in my glasses. Hang on. I need to see clearly in order to do clearance, right? Oh, that made it even worse. I hope it doesn't come through on stream. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna work with Tiger Eye. Okay. just bear with me. I would like to... Hang on, just bear with me. I'm gonna check if I can do this. Because I would like... I'm gonna change scene now. I'm gonna check if I can put you also... also here. If I can put you up here. Would that work? Hang on, I'm changing scene again. It does. Okay, beautiful. Because I would like to work in this way. Okay. Okay, I'm finding your energy frequency now, look. Oh, it's vibrant. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You don't have to trust me this much, my friend, but I love it that you do. You're sending so much love through. Thank you. Okay. Are you here in chat, Luke? I'm waiting to connect before I know that you're here, so we can do this together. Yes, okay. Okay, there we are. Beautiful. I'm gonna travel through now. And I'm gonna look at your bodies, your different bodies, to see where we've got. I'm just pulling out your chart now to see where the knot is. I'm just checking. Okay. So I got a knot in your neck, and I've got a knot in your left ankle. Do you have your legs left, right? I feel like, the right side of your neck and the left side of your ankle, or your left ankle. And connected is a couple of centimeters from your groin on the right side. And my legs just never pain them, and my feet. Yeah. So I would like to work with this because I've got 3 spots here running through from your right side of your neck, down over your groin area, down to your left ankle. Okay, and I would just like to push in some beautiful crystal energy there. Okay, so I'm gonna come through now. Hello there. And I'm gonna come through with this crystal energy, working with Michael today. And we're simply gonna open up, going on your neck. We're gonna open up a little there. Okay, I'm not gonna pull anything out today. I'm simply gonna put in some energetic light. Okay. I usually do this the other way around with my hands, so this was really interesting. And pushing through there. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful energy. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna help it travel the channel down. Might feel a little bit twitchy on Twitch. And as we come down to the ankle, it will really shoot through. So be ready, and this might hurt a little bit. And I will be releasing that. Okay, I'm just gonna change music, guys. Hang on. Just changing music. There we are. Okay, beautiful. So I just added some crystal lights to you, some sparkling bubbles of energy, and then it's slowly gonna work its way to make things more clear for you, hopefully, within yourself. So I've come back and I'm gonna try to still connect it to this channel coming through. I've chosen another one, that's weird. They really told me it's gonna be a charge going into the ankle. So these are, we are working to try to still connect it to that channel, traveling through, you know, from your neck, your groin and your ankle. Still connected to that beautiful channel. I am, or just beside your groin area. I am going to now try to help in finding that way through so that it opens up more clearly for you. So I'm just gonna work some extra with the healing energy, and at the same time we're building up this protection energy, which is just activating your own aura and your own shield, because today you are very open and very numb, or tonight I should say, this morning. So we're starting at the same time with working on this channel. We're also building up and activating your own aura, and I'm doing this with the help of Angel Michael and some other angels today. And we're gonna work in a way of building it up like a ladder or a staircase, if you will. It's like a spasm in my foot. It hurt for a second, but just kind of tingling. Yeah. They said it might hurt, but then when we released it, that release would be grand, or the feeling of calmness would be enhanced. So I'm just building it up a little and careful now. Darking Michael, yes. Stepbrother's name is Michael. Oh, really? It's a beautiful name. And it's wonderful to work with the angels of his. Or the deciphers, or what you may call them. The energy is wonderful. So now the goal is coming through. Yes, okay. So I'm being asked, we're going to pull a golden thread from over the top of your head down to your feet and grounding you. And we're going to let the energy... Oh, there's so much coming through now. Sorry. Oh, release, right? It usually goes via the throat as a healer for me. But so we're going, I'm so happy that it seems to be working. So we'll be through. Sorry. So we're gonna pull a golden thread all around and grounding you, and then we're gonna let that process do its time in due time. So that is what we're going to do today, and I hope that feels okay for you. I'm going to see then when this is done if there's any message coming through to you today. But this is what was needed to be done. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this golden thread. There it is. And slowly, I'm actually going to wrap you in it. So feel this. We're simply going to put a warming blanket around you with beautiful healing energy and activating your own aura, your own protective shield so that you can rest. You've been sleeping a lot, but I feel like the rest is missing out a bit. Or you're missing out a little bit on the rest part of sleeping. And grounding. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just going to ask if there's any information for you today. Hello? There is a message coming through, and it's tough love, and it says, hang on. It says, stop limiting yourself and you will stop feeling limited. And that goes, of course, when the head and heart goes the same way. And always be careful and always take responsibility for what you do. But what is coming through is that stop limiting yourself and you will stop feeling limited. Okay. Never told you his name though, and you randomly say the name. Maybe he's reaching out. It was interesting that I said Michael and not Archangel Michael. Yes. I usually work with Archangel Michael or with the angels of his. But I did feel that the name resonated in another way, so that's really interesting. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can see if there's a message there, but what they're saying is that it will show in due time. And right now, it's just important for you to rest in yourself and believe yourself, as would resonate with many of us. I literally feel something on my head. It felt like something small, almost like a tinsel on a Christmas tree, or the lightweight wrapping you decorate a tree. I don't know how to explain. The gold and silver thread was what we used, so it would have been very, very, very light. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. So it's what I want to do for you today. And just stop limiting yourself and you will feel less limited. As easy as it might sound. Okay. That's what I want to do for you today. And Luke, thank you so much for being part of this lovely journey and this little family that we got here. Not a cult. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. Does this feel okay, Luke? I have to make a comment if you do something and I feel like maybe it's my way of proving what you do. Maybe. It could be, I'm still open to it being working in a different way. it might be that you, because I'm telling you what I do, it might be that you are thinking you're experiencing it, and so it's a placebo effect. But no matter what it is, I truly believe in it, and it seems to be working. And as I say, as long as it seems to be helping people, I'm just privileged working with it. And I am open to it being whatever it might be. For me, it's working with energy, but that energy could be anything, really. I'm just so thrilled and so honored to be doing this. And I hope that it can provide some peace and tranquility. And joy! Bubbles of joy! As I feel better, it's hard to explain. I just feel overall improvement in a microphone building. Beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Thank you, my friend. All the love. Oh, I love what I do. Oh, okay. So, let's see. Here's the thing, I'm honest. If something is good, I'll say it. Just like if something is boring or not my thing, I say it too. And I know this to be true. Boy, have we had some roller coasting arguments and discussions. It means a lot, truly. I'm just saying that we can't know for sure what it is we're doing, but whatever it is, and that being placebo or energy transference or something in between, I'm just happy. I'm just happy, and I love the experience. So I'm gonna check. I can do one more, maybe. I'm thinking today, and then I will be crafting a little. So Wilhelmine, are you still here, my friends? You're here. Oh. Is it a little bit of a tough day today? Because it feels like you would say no, but it feels like you're carrying a lot of emotion today. Oh, you're a very emotional human being, but it feels like you're carrying a lot of emotion today, my friend. Your energy is saying yes. I will do this very professional thing again. Are you ready? Hang on. This is gonna get automated, but we're in the process. Why does it do that? I always take the wrong ones. I always go into the wrong web page. Okay, there we are. How will that look? Yay! Okay. Okay, well, Emily, I would actually want to work with the beads with you, because this feels directly childhood related, but it feels like the emotion that you haven't felt in a way since childhood. It feels like I want to talk about this in 5 ways, right? I'm gonna change the music again. Hang on. No, I think we will have this one. Okay. So I want to talk about 5 stages. It feels like this emotion or this topic, they're not being too clear with me, but it feels like it has happened 5 times. It feels like it's something that just goes around and comes around. Not the particular situation, but the emotion surrounding it. And it feels connected to childhood, but in a different way of now being. You also meet it in a grown-up way, if that makes any sense. There's grief here. There's definitely grief here. Was it you? Was it with you we talked about your brother? A long way back. You lost 2 family members. And you've done before. There's loads of grief. I'm so sorry to hear. It's getting through 5 times though. Was it with you we talked about your brother? And I just lost my dog. I hope we can provide some peace and quietility. What is quietility? Tranquility for you. We talk about your nephew, okay? So I had a reading a couple of I thought it was about you before, when we did a reading a long time back. I just had this feeling, or I started to think about it because I talked to someone about their brother, who their older brother, who had chosen paths in life that they were really sad about. I think they've also passed. And I just started to think about you in that reading. That's why I was asking. Your husband 2 months before nephew. Why I'm thinking about this reading that I did about this brother, why that comes back to me, is because in that he had chosen to take a path of life, or in life, that was really difficult for the sister to acknowledge and to breathe in. And in this, why I'm thinking about it, I see it as being such a contrast, because in your case right now it just feels completely, it feels like there's always a reason for everything, but in the grieving process it feels like you've not really got anything to hold on to, because it was just a completely, not a choke with your nephew, it feels like, but it just feels like it's something that's been going on for a long time. But I'm over and over and over again getting back to this reading with the older brother in the apartment. And the color blue, and it just goes on and on and on about that. Because I did a reading about about someone having lost their older brother, and he had chosen a rough path in life. And it was just this New York apartment going over and over and over. And that reading, for some reason, although your energy said that it doesn't resonate, for that reason it just is on loop in my head, going. And there was so many pictures on the wall, so it's like, I wonder if it has to do with the feeling of, in this energy it just feels completely like there was no reason for this to happen. In one case, yes, there was, it's been outgrown for a long time, and it's been happening over a long time, and in the other case it feels like it was more sudden. But your energy is saying that both were both expected and unexpected, and that it's it feels like you know how to handle the grief at the same time as you feel no one really, you really have no one to talk to with your true emotions, because it feels like there's so much going on than what you can share with others. At the same time, it feels you're so calm in this situation. Because you're not someone who's closed off, because you are talking about it and you are talking to people and you are going through it, and it's something that you've gone through before, and it just feels like you know how to handle it, but at the same time it feels like you don't quite know how to get the emotion that you're actually feeling out, because you numbed yourself away from it, which I think is a way of handling grief. Sorry, I'm gonna change the music again. But they feel very different, the two losses. It feels like one was more something that you were more prepared for, even though you can never be, and the other was rather sudden. I'm just gonna check. I have Bumpus writing me. Okay, he's going on lunch. I feel my life purpose has been changed to the unknown. You're such an open person, and you've always been such an open person talking to other people, and it feels like you're still so open, and you're still so warm, and you're still so in it, but at the same time you're shielding yourself away from the very emotion that you're actually feeling. But it feels that you experienced this before, and I'm talking about 5 times here. It feels like 5 different situations where this emotion has you had to be triggered in a way. This almost letting go of holding your own emotion, just being. It feels like it's been triggered at least, it's 5 times coming up in different ways. And it feels like you're so exhausted in this continuing to happen. At the same time, you still believe in life and you hold it so dear. I wonder why that reading with the brother comes up over and over again. I'm gonna check. Hang on. It's just so many posters and the colors of blue. And this brother just comes up over and over again, the reading that I did. And I wonder why that is. I'm just gonna check. Oh, we're talking about a childhood friend here who you're trying to reach out to but can't quite share the same as you did before. So there's grief in also that. It feels like you're not lonely per se, but it feels like you feel very lonely. And that is part of the grief, of course, but it also feels like things are happening on different levels at the same time. Could have been related to death because another very close family member became paralyzed right around the same time. It is possible, because that brother, I think, or that reading that is going over and over, he was reckless in what he did. But I'm not sure. But it feels like this very close friend or very close relative, I would say friend, that you have that you could talk to before is also coming in the picture here. And loads of magazines. I'm seeing an old man now collecting all these different types of magazines. I'm having a man here now might be the source for your what's it called, resilience. How you really can hang on, you know, and you can have so much being thrown at you, and you just keep on believing in life. And I have this beautiful man here who collects articles of all sorts, and I just see these old newspapers. I do have a very close friend I talk to, but she's also a busy mom. I'm also very private, so I have a small group around me, but still feel alone in my grave. Yeah, because I did feel like you're still talking to people, but you can't really get through what you really experience. But this man, I wonder if he's connected to you. That's just why I'm asking. He says he's a father figure, and he's got a little bit of a tummy, and he loves wearing these suspenders, and he loves to he loves to collect articles of different sorts, and there's so much with newspaper. He might even be working with printing, maybe, or he just likes to collect them. Is there anyone that you recognize? Because it could be another energy coming through. But he's such a lovely person and such a lovely individual, and he just wants to share so much love. I think he would be working with boats, doing construction work on boats. What's it called in English? Where you build the boats, you know, down by the docks. We don't build them by the docks, but it feels in this case they did. And he's got a bit of a tummy, and he's very proud of his tummy. He's very, very proud of his tummy. Could be your mother-in-law's father. Really? Oh, he's such a chef. Oh, he said he's a father figure. He didn't say he was your father, but he said he was a father figure. And he's got this wholesome idea of life. We never met, but she talks about him a lot. Oh, really? And he's got a way of his soft hats. He doesn't like those. Usually people working by the docks, or they had these in this period of time, he's telling, they had these soft hats or these soft caps, and he never quite liked them. He worked on ships, yeah. And he's just coming through trying to, I think the only reason is really to just, he wants to thank you. Yeah. And just say hi and say that, boy, life can be hard, but there's someone connected to him that really has helped you in getting through, you know, to continue to just, or he recognizes this in you because you are such a fighter in a very good way, in a positive way. And I don't like using that word, and I think you're rather sick of it too, but it feels like you need to hear it. I just came back from a visit with her and looking at her albums and talking about him. That is my late husband's grandfather. Those albums maybe can be the articles, but I just saw so many magazines with him. Yeah. Fabian works with ships, really. It's just so much love coming through. I think that because he is saying now, when you say that it could be him, if you resonate with this, what is coming through is that he wished he could have been there more. And so he wants to do his in now sharing some love with you. And since you recognize in him because you talk about him and because he can be there with you. He also wants to do what he could not do in life when he was alive, to just share the love and to be there. And ask her if that sounds like him. Yeah. Whoever it is, they just want to show their appreciation, and they want to be able to be what they could not be in life, but in a way of love. And it's so funny with those soft caps everyone was wearing. I just didn't like them. But that is said with love, you know. And he just wants to give appreciation. And also a way of love, in that love continues also after death. And that's, he's talking about how she will come back to you. I'm not sure who she is, but in the same way he's trying to say that also your husband will come back and your nephew in due time. And I know that you can all I mean, you're open to these things when you start to listen to it, the knocks and the nooks and the crannies, he says. But there's always, you know, that there's energy around us, and no matter if they're memories or energy form, they'll always be there with you. And I think this is what he wants to tell you. But it takes some time. Or they got some administrative work to go through before they can come through, he says jokingly. With love. But I think he just wants to show appreciation and saying that also the one you love will come through eventually, and that they're there. But he's talking about a woman now. Like a daughter of sorts. He's been talking about a daughter for a long time. And I'm not sure if that is to be you in that way that you are in the family. Oh, Luke, thank you so much for the bits, my friends. My amazing friends. I wish there could be more that I can do for you, Willie. But all I really see, all I really want to say is that you're not alone. But I know you feel so alone. And you talked about this friend that you talked to, a childhood friend, but who's also very busy. You know what? What if you would go out, just plan a night, and you go out. They're talking about bowling now. But you go out and you experience life and have fun. It's interesting because when I say bowling, they say no, that's not really it. They were more a chill vibe to these. Just sitting down and have a shake instead of drink. And not to reminisce in all times, but to take time instead of trying to not be taking up too much time and doing it in small doses. Go out and enjoy yourselves for a night or a day and have that being yours. I said bowling, yeah. She bowls a lot, right? It just didn't feel like in your relation. It felt like that was more sitting down and sipping a shake. She bowls for fun, yeah. Non-league, yeah. Because that did come through, but with you two, it felt more like when you're together, you would enjoy to sit down and have a drink, and not an alcoholic one per se. It's shakes are coming through, just the word shakes. But I would really take the time, you know, to really put in and have a day where you can, and not just, you don't have to talk about, because it's so difficult to find how to talk about all these emotions and the grief, to just be and just be you. And with her you really can, but also permit yourself to just be. I know it's still, there's a little bit of a feeling that, oh, you don't want to take up too much of a time, and you're not sure how even to, you know, how to get it out, what you want to say, because you're not sure how you feel about it in the first place. Trust in that she will be there for you, and trust in that, have this day and just be. I think that would be beautiful. Shakes. Yeah, shakes is coming through. Would you like to explain it to me? It's a drink, right? It is, isn't it? Because I see this this drink, youngsters drink now, going back. Oh, you have no idea. Does anyone else know what a shake is? Because I see this, you know, I just see this picture of you sitting when you were younger and sitting in these cafes, you know, well, not even cafes, but these stands outside, and sitting down and just slurping these sugary drinks. And then came the time when you were to be a nutritionist, and of course. But I just see these shakes really come through. Oh, it's a milkshake. Oh yeah, basically an ice cream drink. Yeah. Yeah. It was just a name shake. You want one now? So I just want you to go outside and have fun together, and trust that she wants to do this with you. And I know that it will always be this feeling of taking up too much time of someone else's hands. Just breathe in that. And every time that thought comes through, then I just had this feeling that every time that thought comes through, do the opposite and ask to do something else. You know, let's do this. You know, oh, we're sitting here and I'm talking and I'm taking up your time. Should we go for another shake? You know, or when you're in the activity, maybe go bowling, and you feel, oh, she needs to get going, or I'm not sure what, maybe my energy is off, and what can I do with my grief being here and all. Then go for use that feeling in rolling the ball, you know, and use that and feel, you know what, these feelings, they come from me wanting to be accepted, and that also comes from me wanting to accept myself. So I will accept myself, but I don't have to worry about being too much. I will change this, and I will see this from a perspective of just wanting to love myself. And in loving myself, I want to have fun. And in order, or to have fun, or at least just be you, you deserve that. And as best friend, or as a dear friend she is, she wants the same for you. She's just scared of how to say it, although she's good at talking. When someone have her start, you know. Just trust yourself to love yourself. And every time the doubt comes in, which is connected both to who you are, what you've learned to do, and with your grief, and all of it. Go for it even harder. Take another push. And trust yourself when you're out. And then when you're home, always listen to yourself. And when that push is to be calm and to not do anything, then that is the push. I'm not talking about you having to, physically do things. I'm talking about doing the things that your brain is thinking of, but you hold yourself back from because you're scared or you're afraid. And if you feel, I'm not even sure, maybe I want this, maybe not, and you're out and about, talk to each other, right? And talk to her and say, you know what, I feel like this right now. And then encourage her to come to me with the idea. Let's have fun. But always trust yourself. You deserve that. And you, no matter how you look at it, you're the most beautiful friend you can have. So go out and have that milkshake. You deserve it. Truly. I'm just reading that gave me chills. And then I thought, well, you would get even more with a milkshake. But with love, my friend. Truly. I'm not sure where that reading I did about the brother comes in. It's rolling in the back of my head. It just felt like it was due to past experiences, and then we roll it again somehow. I'm not sure, but it's interesting. I wish you all love, my friend, truly. And what I feel right now is, because I'm asking if they want me to send you a healing. Right now, I feel starting with where you are, and just, it's okay to have fun. Truly. I'm sending you all the love. And remember, being strong is not always to be strong. You can be as strong being weak. Just know where your intention within yourself lie. And listen to yourself. And if it's difficult listening to yourself, listen to what your friends say when they say these beautiful things. They can be harsh and they can say harmful things as well. But there are beauty in it. And I'm so happy that you're not alone. You're not alone, and so you should not have to feel you're alone. And then you have this community if there's anything we can give you. Just want to break from grief now. Yeah. So go out and have that milkshake. Thank you so much for letting me give you that. I hope that it brought you some bubbles of joy. You're a beautiful individual. Take a slurp for me. Yes, very glad to have you here. Oh, you beautiful people. I love this community. Now, no more energy readings for today, I think. And we just sit and enjoy our time together and do some calm crafting. Oh, right. Hang on. Boop, boop. And I will be going in about half an hour. But until then, let's have some calm and some fun. You beautiful spirit, thank you. Sometimes I wish that I could give you more, but I can simply give what my guides give me, whatever that is. And I have to trust that there's a reason for it. Also, when those questions come up, why this? How come this? It's a way to look at things not just through the glasses of grief, maybe. It stirs the kettle a little. It bubbles, hopefully. Grief is a very unique process, and we should never feel bad for doing it our way. Sometimes I just wish I could give more. But all the love, my friend. Quite lovely, thank you. Even with this hairdo. I feel so mean to my twin every time I say it, because this is his hair structure. I'm not kidding. And well, maybe we've been too connected recently. We've been projecting a lot, so maybe that's where it happened. ToueKanna! Oh, we're affiliated. Welcome back. Wow, what a name to see. How are you doing? That's where the blue came in. Of course. You know what? Now I understand the blue. Wilhelmine, are you still here? ToueKanna? What do you think you would be able to, would you agree to going to do a double healing for Willie with me? I'm sorry to ask you to work the first thing you do when you come in. The blue, when ToueKanna first joined and started to come to these channels, this channel, he always came with there was always a blue energy coming through for me. And I haven't seen you now for many months. So it makes sense. Yeah, I'm asking if you would agree on doing a double healing for Wilhelmine in chat. So if you would help me doing a healing. If that would be okay. Can do, yeah. I'm sorry to ask you to work the first thing you do. I just feel it being right. It will be a very easy one. I would like us to... Yeah, it is, isn't it? I really like this one. Lapis Lazuli. I would like us to work with crystal energy to so building it up with, oh, you know this, but building it up as a light source, traveling from ground up, and putting Wilhelmine in the middle of it, creating this spiral of light for her to breathe in and breathe out. Do you reckon that's something we can do? Of course. That's where the blue came in, Wilhelmine, and that's where an old reading came in as well, because I haven't seen ToueKanna in months. Yeah, it is really interesting. Okay. So I will just I will connect, or I will come to ask you to connect our frequency, and we just connect, and then over the duration of one track, I'm thinking we will create the spiral in silence, putting Wilhelmine in it, or sending it to her to be stood in it, and that's just helping her to breathe it in and breathe it out. So a very easy one over the duration of one track. You think we can do it? Oh, the spiral is already building. Oh, I'll take that as a yes. And we're connected. Okay, let's build it. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, I know you're already sending, but I'm gonna connect Wilhelmine to us. Help with the connection. There. Okay. Okay. Now Wilhelmine, just breathe in and out. Okay. I'll be quiet now. Beautiful. Okay, ready to kinda really breathe in and now hold it and breathe out. absolutely beautiful. Ooh. I'm disconnecting for you, ToueKanna. Thank you so much. Sending you some love as well. Actually, ToueKanna, for you, I would like to send a toucan. A little small toucan. Here it is. Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm so sorry asking you to work the first thing you do coming into the stream. Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. I love what we do. All the love, Millie, and thank you so much, my friend, for helping me. So, what we are, I just love doing this. I am crafting with some beads, and I have no idea what it will become, and we have had many energy readings today, so this is all that I'm come up with so far. I'm so scared of calling you by the wrong name, ToueKanna. Was it Dexter? Itchy cold! Good morning! How you doing? Dustin! Yes, of course. I knew it was wrong. I'm so sorry, my friend. Dustin. It's been such a while since we last met. Dustin, of course. Oh! Hang on. Now this bead is not very happy with me. I'm so sorry, Dustin. Thank you so much for helping me out. Your energy is always the same. And so your name stays, of course. I was just, it's happened so much these few months. And we have had such a lovely, lovely time. I hope we can be good. You and me, Dustin. Although I misremembered your name. For me, you're just this wonderful, wonderful blue energy that just calms me down every time it comes through. I'm so bad with names. So bad. For me, it's just, many people, when they go to mediums and psychics, they look for names. And I had this question that usually, wouldn't it be, or not usually, but wouldn't it make more sense if the first thing an energy let you know when they come through was their name? And I've been thinking about that, and I realized, well, first off, energy comes through and information comes through in a way that we can resonate with, but also for me, I'm thinking names might have me resonate with something else, with someone I know of that name, or how I would interpret someone with that name. Same thing with different things, of course, but it seems to work more that way. It seems to work that way for me anyway. So I'm not a names person, so I'm so sorry, Dustin. I hope we can be okay. I'm asking you to do a healing with me, and then I can't even remember your name. You're just that blue energy for me, that calm, healing, wonderful energy. And the person behind it, of course. I'm so sorry. I hope we can get to know each other. Names are made up anyway. Well, yeah. But they're part of our experience, right? That healing was powerful. Thank you so much. I was wondering because I did the reading for Willemini, and I just saw this old reading that I did when you were here. And it just kept going over and over, repeating for me. And the color blue, it just went looping. And I couldn't put it to resonate with anything. And then you turn up. And it just made sense because I was asking, okay, will I do a healing for her? And it felt, no, this is what is needed to be done at the moment. But then it felt like something was missing. And of course, the beautiful blue energy comes in, and there you are. But it happened a lot since last. That's purple. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, Willemini, since first time. It's been interesting few months to say the least, yeah. For us too. Since Dustin first joined, his energy coming through has really, it calmed me the very first time. And it came through as this beautiful fabric, blue light fabric. It's that feeling of this fabric caress you almost. Or I see it, coming in, and it just brings calm to me. I'm not sure why, but ever since he first joined, that is what has happened. And so it makes sense to me that he then would agree upon doing a healing for you. Sounds nice. Yeah, it is. It's really nice. It was almost a time where I think the thought, oh, could this be my twin? But it's another energy. And I'm sorry I'm putting that on you, Dexter. No, Dustin. Why are you Dexter to me? Dustin, of course. I don't know why. It's just, it's just this beautiful blue energy. Are you putting a knot between each bead? I am knotting each bead, so not between, but over each. So I put them on like that, and then I go back. Sorry, see if I can show this. There's the bead, and I go back the other way around underneath the same bead. Oh, sorry, where's the camera? Where's the camera? There it is. Underneath the same bead. And no, there it is, sorry. So I've got it doubled now. If you can see, if you can tell. And so I go through it twice. So creating a knot with each bead, so to speak. Like that. So now it sits and you can move it, but it is secured. And in that way you can then go back and sewing with the beads of each one, because there's a thread surrounding each. It's really difficult to see. I don't even know where the camera is. There. So there's, hang on, see if it can focus. Can it focus? No? Oh, but you get the point. You get the thinking. No, I can't. But so you can go over and then just, create your sculpture by connecting the different beads or the different threads surrounding the beads instead of having to go through the bead once again, so to speak. Yeah. So that's what I do. You get energy to spare. No, it was a while. I was actually, because you came in so early, Dustin, and with that energy, and it was a time I was almost thinking, maybe is that my twin? But it's not the same energy, but it's a wonderful, beautiful energy, but it's not the same. But it had me thinking for a while. Not to put, that on you, but it was really interesting. Also, it's really interesting, last time you were here, my hair, I had a bad hair day, and now there's been months with good hair, and today, nothing against my twin, but we changed hair texture or hair structure, and since I've got another type of hair than he does, this looks a little bit washed out. It's very thin today. I usually have very fluffy hair. But we changed hair structure. We've been projected so much, so maybe that's why. I'm thinking. And it was a while when we didn't have any communication at all in the system. So it's beautiful now, maybe to compensate for it. I don't know. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. I think this will become a leg. So we'll knot it around. Oops, sorry, I have to see what I'm doing. So now I'm using that technique. I'm using the thread that is connected to the bead instead of the actual bead. And so when I pull that, hopefully, if it works the way I'm planning it to, it will come around, yeah, creating a little leg. So we got, all right, a little leg and a very, very tiny foot that we can work on. That way. The camera is inverted since I started to paint and doing drawings, so I'm a little bit confused. I'm getting used to it. But yeah, we got ourselves a little foot now. A little foot and leg. See? Little foot and leg. Maybe. I think I will go back down to the foot and do it somewhat bigger. So now I'm gonna go through this bead. I know you can't see. It's focused for painting. That's why I'm sorry. It's really difficult to tell. Oh, thank you. Have you seen what I did before? I think you were here when we started doing the figurines. But I've been painting, or drawing, coloring. What would you call it? Last couple of streams. So I will go back and do this foot somewhat larger, I think. That reminds me of a few pairs of jeans that need mending. Oh, maybe you could use glass beads. Who knows? It would be special, it would be unique, and it would be yours. I don't know if it would be very comfortable, but it's when I'm doubling up that the bead might say that it's too tight of a squeeze to do. Eesh! Bedazzle the hell out of them! Yeah. The fishing string, yeah. Wow. It's very durable then. So this one is too tight. I'm gonna so this one I think I will leave loose. Maybe we'll put it on top. This starts to look like a bicycle. What happened? No, it's a snail. You know what? It's definitely a snail. Yeah, we'll put this on top. I can show you what I talk about. What I'm talking about. If I can. Hang on. Oh, this camera. I'm so not used to this perspective. Ooh, where is it? I have to... Hang on. Let's redo the camera being... That's the wrong camera. There. Inverted. Let's have it not. There we are. Okay. Sorry if that was no shading. Flipping upside down all of a sudden. What I'm thinking, because you have the little shell there, and then if we put the beads on top of here. Oh, can you see it? Almost. Come on, little camera. What can I do to help? I'm trying to put something behind it, but I'm not very good with perspective. You can see if you put something, put a little head here, and then we can create a shell there. Can you see over here? There. Oh, almost. You could almost see it. But I think you can kind of see it. So I think it's definitely a snail that we're doing. Yeah, I think so. First time seeing you, I thought den var så snäll mat. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. They went to lunch or something one time and they were like, hey, Tue, mind a chat for us. Yeah. We felt very connected to you and that we really could trust you. So you're one of the first people ever joining. Or you joined in the very beginning of this little journey. And you always come with this energy. It's something special about the energy. So yeah, it was real nice of you to agree to do that for us. And things have happened. We're affiliates now, and we got a queuing system, and that we are still working on, but it's up and running. And we got a beautiful, beautiful community. And what else? Oh, we got bubbles of joy, and we're working on emotes for subscribers. And now maybe I can show what I mean. Look, we got a structure, right, of a little snail. Isn't he cute? Right? Maybe. And we changed our schedule. So we stream now on Tuesday mornings, on Thursday afternoons, and Fridays afternoons. Oh, that reminds me, guys. And we got a Discord, so please feel free to join us there. It's a beautiful way to share with the community. And we told you on there that on Friday there will not be a stream, so we'll be streaming now and on Thursday, and then not on Friday because I got other work. I got a client that day, all the day through. Actually, it's gonna be real fun. And then we'll be back on Tuesday again next week. So I think you can find all the information down below, of course, but I think I can put for you. You remember the worst thing about this stream was that my keyboard was on the other side of the monitor. It's not on the other side anymore, but it is quite far away. Anyway, I think you can do that. Yeah. So feel free to join us there, Dustin, and everyone else. But this, we got a little bit of a shape of a spider, of a snail, right? And we got some beautiful energy readings done today. We had a beautiful talk, a general reading, and some beautiful specific healings and readings. Not too much crafting, but that is fine because it is the energy work that we're here for. It's been a beautiful stream. I see people are joining now, so I would like to continue, but we've reached the end of the stream time, and I will be back. I will be back, hopefully with my own hair. It's with love, guys. Oh, sorry, I'm not reading that route. Oh, I'm gonna get, oh, I'm so professional. All new to us, guys. All new. Don't go, no, I don't want to go either. But I will be back on Thursday afternoon. So that will be 1 p.m. CET. And Ichi, you know the time, you know the time difference, and you know the time zones and out zones and all of it. But yeah. Well, I don't want to go either, but I have to. Oh, and you, Luke, beautiful friend. The time zones, yeah. T-cents, right? What do you think about this time, guys? Because there's been people here. You said 1, yeah, 1 p.m. CET. Times on Tuesday. So we were looking at, because we're thinking about maybe streaming only afternoons, but it seems like you guys who are here, what do you think about this time slot? Could it be good? Maybe for people who are somewhere around the world where there might be a good idea. I've had a really beautiful morning, and I really enjoy starting the day with you guys. So what do you think? What do you think? It feels good. Was it tough to join today? I mean, you in the US, I know it definitely is. In the middle of the night, yeah. No, I get that. 6 a.m, okay. So would it be better to have afternoons? Or maybe we'll find someone out there who this time works for. Be whenever you're on, whether it's 3 a.m. or 5 p.m. You have to sleep also, Luke, my friend. We'll see when we get to stream from home. It will be easier because I like to be awake at night. So it will be easier to also stream at night for me. So that might be better for some of you. You like my current times? Okay. Well, then we'll keep it for a little while and see what happens. So it's Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. till now. And Thursday afternoons, 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. And Friday afternoon the same time, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. CET, so GMT +1. Yeah. And we're affiliated, so if you feel like supporting us and get a bit of a bubble, we're hoping to get it through. There will be emotes of bubbles of joy and then a badger and other things, but we'll see. For now, is subscribing means supporting us and being part of our community in a beautiful way. And you're as welcome here, whether you're not subscribed or not. Join us on Discord, it's always free, and be here if you feel like it. I'm just so happy having you guys here with me. I had fun today. I had real fun today. One p for you, 7 a.m. Yeah, 7 a.m. works slightly better. Yeah, I can imagine. But then maybe you can join on Thursdays and Fridays. And then there's always the VODs, and you can always get hold of me on Discord also. Oh, Fabian. Okay. So I'm gonna go have some lunch now and enjoy my day, and I hope you will do the same. I don't want to leave. I'm always like this. And hopefully I come back with some more fluff on Thursday. But it's fine. When we stream from home, we'll probably do more nighttime streams. Unfortunately, that will probably be at the end of the year. Yeah, we're looking to have some internet connections set up, or a proper internet connection. And they said sometime this year. So I just want to tell you guys, if you didn't know, we are a company and this is our office, so we stream from the office, which means we pay to stream as it is now. It is on our shoulders, of course, and it is what we choose to do. But with these tabs, and the donation goals that you may see, there's been donation goals that said today's stream and then a certain amount. That is what we pay for streaming that stream. So that's what I pay in order to be here, and this is what the company pays for a month to be able to do this. But it's totally on our shoulders, and we're using our own money, so we're privileged to be able to do this. I just wanted to explain why it's there, and it's simply because we pay to stream. Yeah. I just wanted to get it out there, the explanation for it. So yeah, but the readings here are always free, but if you feel like supporting us, it means a lot to us. And if we can keep this office, that would be wonderful. We are looking to get the word out locally, and we'll see, because it would be wonderful to share this with more people. But if it goes the way of us, getting the word out better here on Twitch, then hopefully we're hoping to be able to take the streaming home and do it from home. But we do not have internet connection, or we don't have suitable or sufficient internet connection from home. That's why we're in the office. So that's just the explanation of it. Yeah. So I can be transparent in that. But everything is on our shoulders, so it's fine. We are totally fine. So not to worry. Oh, I know, Luke, but it's not, you shouldn't have to. Just you be here means a lot. But a first subscriber! Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop! Bubbles of joy! Oh, the bubbles, when they do come through, might be very faint, very transparent, but we have to have them come through first, so then we can change them. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, can we rate people? I've never rated anyone before. You streamers know how you do this? How you rate someone? Is there someone online? You can check if there's maybe an energy reader, or how does it work? How does it work? Because I have no one that I follow that is online at the moment. We can see if there's anyone here. Oh, these are just clips. No one is live right now. No energy workers live, as I can find. Oh dear. Well, it's fine. And now I lost my own chat. Oh no, hang on. I'm so professional, guys. Oh, we're learning together. I'm back now. Here I am. Okay. Oh, we're learning together. There is chat. Okay. And I read, yeah, I don't know who to read though. Anyone who wants to do a shout out? Anyone who have someone they would like us to read? Because no one I'm following is live right now. Or should we do a random one? Should do a random one. Let's see. We got someone playing with music here. I have no idea who they are. Should we see? Should we check? Maybe read a small channel that has content you like. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't know who these people are, but maybe I don't even know how you rate. Boy, I know nothing. How do you rate? It's in their chat, wouldn't it be? Guys, how do you rate people? How do you rate people? Oh, we do it this way. We do it with an outro instead. I'll check for next time. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been beautiful. And take care. Thank you for all the beautiful energies, the beautiful energy readings, and for this little snail that might take form. And I see you on Thursday. Take care now, guys. And I'm sorry for me trying to learn. It's beautiful learning together, isn't it? Will it be a rerun? I've never done reruns before, but maybe I'm gonna check it. Maybe if there's an interest for it, or you can find it here in a VOD or on YouTube. You can find all the previous streams on YouTube if you follow the link below. Maybe that's the easier one. But I will see. Maybe we'll do some reruns. Beautiful seeing you here, Regison. It was a long time. No see? Okay. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you on Thursday. Take care now. All the love. And Dustin, thank you so much for your help. Love and peace. Bye for now. All love. Baba Sajai.